The Net Church, which I was part of forming in Huddersfield, was a Church of England church aimed at trying to connect with people in their 20s and 30s who didn't necessarily live in a kind of geographical way, but would live in one place, have their work in one place, their social life in another place. And trying to work out how we connected with those kind of people led us to forming the church. The strands that led me to that are various, really, and probably began 10, 15 years before the whole thing happened. And a lot of it was asking the question, I've got lots of friends who aren't part of church, would I bring them to my church? And that led me to ask some serious questions. And then we started something in a local pub out of the church I was at that point curate of. And again, we began to understand the cultural gap between what we were doing there on a Sunday evening in the local pub and the church was still a huge gap. And that led us to start thinking about starting something new. And I suppose the final catalyst was I went to see my bishop. He said to me, what are you thinking about your next job? Here are a couple of possibilities. And to which I said, I really don't want to do either of those things. So I think in exasperation, he said to me, well, what do you want to do? And this was my moment. And I said, well, I'd love to try and create a church to connect with people who are not part of church. And that became the kind of catalyst. And then I read in the local newspaper just after that 53% of people in Huddersfield had no connection with any religious organisation. I thought those exactly are the people that we want to connect with. And so I began to form a team around me. And that was our simple aim. How do we connect with those people who live in that kind of mobile social way? And enable us to connect with them and them to connect with God. When we first proposed the net, I think the diocese did kind of wonder what on earth we were suggesting was going to happen. And my argument to them was, you've got 214 parishes that are effectively all working in the same way. Would it be possible to try one church that was trying to do something different? And the diocese saw that. I think they saw that that was a very sensible option, and we did need to start experimenting to connect with the people that we wanted to connect with.